Ron MacLean on the set of Hockey Night in Canada, and of course, host of Rogers Hometown Hockey with Tara Sloan. We had the great pleasure of being in Markham for our telecast late during the regular season. And you know, Markham is the diversity capital of Canada, in addition to being the high-tech capital of Canada. The development around where we hosted was so impressive. Everybody was so gracious and good. And you know the sporting legacy of Markham. Obviously, we had Steven Stamkos featured on the telecast, and he was amazing, and his family was amazing. And then we had the Markham Thunder, who won the Clarkson Cup this year.
As the puck stays in and bounces. And now here it is, Nicole Costa.
Chelsea Purcell, the general manager, came to me during a little moment about 6 hours ahead of showtime and said, Ron, I hear you're having Laura Stacey and Laura Fortino on the show. For God's sakes, tell them to come back and play so that we can win the Clarkson Cup.
Overside, takes a shot and scores!
And they did.
Laura Stacey with the overtime winner for Markham.
Obviously, Andre DeGrasse, Michelle Lee is incredible. Felicia George. That's how it goes, Frank, in your town. You have the stamina, you have the spirit. You are, without a doubt, Markham, a winner.
Well, thank you very much, Ron MacLean, and we think you're a winner too. And I want to say that was an amazing event when Rogers Hometown Hockey came to the city of Markham. Welcome to everyone, and I want to let you know that Markham drives innovation. Innovation powers the Markham economy. Innovation is a process of developing new ideas, new methods, and new products. Innovation is about creating new value and capturing a new way of doing things. Markham is Canada's high-tech capital, and it sits in the heart of Ontario's innovation corridor. We have over 1,500 high-tech and life sciences companies generating 37,000 jobs here in Markham. And it's something that spans the world. Now, our traditional understanding of innovation undermines the fact that many tools, techniques, and skills we typically associate with innovation actually have a much broader impact on the economy and our every day of life. The companies in Markham are at the core of our changing world. Companies like IBM, AMD, Huawei, and General Motors. Innovation drives our economy by creating prosperity and jobs. Innovation drives a better quality of life for all. Markham drives innovation. Recently, we welcomed GM's Canadian Technical Centre. The facility will support 1,000 employees at its full capacity, including 700 software engineers. Yeah, it's an incredible addition to our community. GM innovators will create the future car using self-driving technology, advanced driver assistant features, and infotainment systems. The exciting story of General Motors reflects the changing values and identity of this century-old automaker while creating the largest automotive innovation hub in Canada right here in Markham. It's an incredible story. GM is a world leader in technology. This is where innovators, thought leaders, and top talent work. They're driven to change our world. But in such a big world, why did they choose Markham?
What I want to do today is talk a little bit about how we landed at Markham. And we deliberately selected this site in Canada because of its clear capacity for innovation, proven talent, strong innovation, great universities, startups, and innovative partners. With this expansion, GM Canada will play an important role in our evolution towards vehicles that are connected, autonomous, shared, and electric. So I had an opportunity to meet firsthand many of the university partners, the community partners, and importantly, got a real close understanding of the talent pool that is here in Canada. And the innovation, the creativity, the passion to success absolutely rang the bell for me over the years. And so when this opportunity presented itself, there was no question we were going to grab it and build something right here. This community at large is now at the tip of the spear. This is not a satellite engineering facility. This is at the core of the success of General Motors, and it's right here.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ken. And when we say Markham drives innovation, our talent is in the driver's seat. Now that talent spans many industries. There's a company right here in Markham whose innovation focuses on saving our planet. They are trapping carbon dioxide and converting it to useful, healthy products. Pond Technologies is a game changer. Pond Technologies has created a process of capturing carbon dioxide that spews out of those smokestacks, and their process can produce algae that makes nutraceuticals, animal feed, and cosmetics. Stelco, St. Mary's Cement, and our very own Markham District Energy have adopted Pond's technology. Markham drives innovation. Innovation is good for the economy, good for the environment, and good for our health. Thinking big, acting green, acting fast, that is the spirit of Markham's culture. And I'm very proud to say that the City of Markham was just named one of Canada's greenest employers. Markham drives innovation. In today's Markham, women drive innovation. Their ideas, their brilliance, their actions get results. On International Women's Day, we celebrated women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We heard some incredible stories of achievement that morning. And I want to say we're very lucky to have a few of them here with us today. And please, let's recognize their achievements and their incredible innovation. Thank you very much for being here. One of those women, we had an all-star team that morning, but one of those women was a superstar. And I want to welcome to the stage now Joanna Ng, leading researcher, scientist, and master innovator at IBM. Please welcome Joanna. How are you? Thank you very much. Right over here. So Joanna, thank you very much. It was an incredible morning that morning on International Women's Day. We heard so much success in that room. Truly, we were all in awe of you. But please tell us, what's a master innovator?
Okay, so Master Inventor is a designation within IBM. You can actually Google it. There's a Wikipedia on it. And it's selected based on a very vigorous process on 3 criteria. Number 1, it has to do with the portfolio of the patent being filed. And then number 2, it has to do with the measurable impact of those patents that are actually filed. And then the third one is the ability to mentor younger inventor in order to build a bigger inventor community within the company.
It's quite an amazing story, and Joanna has over 40 patents that she's helped develop. It's an incredible, incredible accomplishment over your career. So, you've done a lot, but you know, we're just saying innovation moves really quickly these days. What's new? What's coming? What are you working on?
Okay, just for you, Mayor, I'm gonna tell you the secret.
By the way, there's 500 other people in the room here today, so it won't stay a secret very long.
No, it won't. Okay, so I'm working on a project called Cognibot, 100% Canadian invented, 100% made in Markham lab down the street.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So in an elevator pitch, Cognibot is contrast to chatbot, which is the current AI experience of natural language processing. But my mom always taught me, you think before you talk. So Cognibot is to add the thinking component before the talking. So one of the typical scenario is, while today we have voice-enabled shopping, right? Add salad dressing to my shopping cart. What Cognibot does is that it has your little brain on the cloud, and it knows that immediately send you a warning and say you shouldn't do that because that salad has element that your son has allergy on, and that's the Cognibot.
Wow. Well, look at think before you talk. I think this technology is going to be very popular with all of us in the political arena. I think you're going to sell this. Ladies and gentlemen, Joanna Ng, thank you very much.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the great work. Very, very impressive. Thank you. Thank you. Whew, what an inspiration. Innovation means change. Disruptive technology demands faster innovation. One technology replaces another. Businesses are challenged by each other. Here in Markham, we have some companies that have truly seen it all, and one of them is IBM.
We have over 5,000 employees that work in Markham, and many of them actually call the City of Markham their home. They're active participants in their communities, and they span every aspect of our corporation, from research to development to sales, marketing, HR, you name it. We have a dedicated and a talented team that focuses on nothing but innovation, and the way they go about this is in partnership with universities, colleges, all levels of government, City of Markham being one of them, and their entire focus is to help startup companies be able to get their products and offerings and capabilities to market quickly, not just for consumption in Canada, but on the world stage as a whole. In Markham's headquarters for IBM, we have an in-house incubator, and what it is the ability for local companies to come in, interact with our experts, use our technologies, for example, cloud capabilities, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and practice and do prototypes of their offerings to fine-tune them, tweak them, and get them ready for the market. That's the only place that I know of in Canada where we have such a capability, and it's been very well received by the local community.
Together with IBM, Markham drives innovation. Markham Innovation is about bright ideas and bright products. The Philips Lighting Concept Center is new to our community. And here, you step into an interactive, illuminating, and innovative experience.
Markham is a good location for Philips because of its proximity to the major highways, also because of the number of skilled workers located in Markham. With LEDs today being an electronic-based lighting system, it allows us to do a lot more than just light and take lighting beyond illumination. With today's technology, we are able to gather information, gather data, and transmit data via lighting. The lighting infrastructure, as we know it, is everywhere, whether it's on the streets or inside your buildings. And we use that infrastructure to make cities and buildings a lot smarter and safer.
So thanks to Philips, the innovation light is always on in Markham. And by the way, someone is home. Innovation can come in small packages with a huge impact. Murata Power Solutions, a Japanese company with $10 billion in annual revenue and 50,000 employees worldwide. Murata designs and manufactures electronic components, focusing on computing, communications, and medical markets. Murata drives innovation right here in Markham with its world-class engineering and research talent. Now, Murata is in good company in the city of Markham. With 2,200 jobs in 18 firms, Japan is actually Markham's second largest source of foreign direct investment. That's what's here and why I went there, to personally connect with one of our largest global partners. Our delegation met with senior executives of Honda, Waynes, Mitsubishi Electric, Murata Power Solutions, NGK Spark Plugs, and Toyota. And now, if you'd like to welcome to the stage someone who's been a long-time supporter of the Markham Board of Trade and a friend to many in the audience, Amin Tijani from Waynes, Canada.
Oh.
How are you,
Amin? Thank you.
So it was a real pleasure for our delegation to actually visit the headquarters in Yokohama, see some of the innovation that's involved, not just on the manufacturing, but actually on the sales side and working on used vehicles. Are we going to see some of that actually come to Canada? Because it was quite fascinating.
Absolutely. So as you know, we've really our retail business out there. We've got close to 200 dealerships out there, and we get a lot of used cars, and we developed a reconditioning center there that can put a car through in about 60 minutes with the seats coming out, going back in. I think you saw it when you were there.
I saw it in action. It was quite incredible.
Our hope here, it takes us anywhere from 3 to 7 days to bring a car through. And with the volume that we put out, we need to be able to speed that up and really give a quality product to the customers that are looking for a pre-owned car. So we'll take that innovation back. We take a lot of our senior managers there, and every time we show them that facility, they're just so excited. They want to get it right now. So we'll be developing that in Markham.
I think a lot of people have been surprised by the fact that it's Japanese companies that are the second largest foreign direct investment in the city of Markham, second, of course, to our neighbors to the south. For us, it was meaningful to go to the headquarters of the operations that are here. What did it mean for Waynes?
Well, it meant a lot. I mean, for you and the delegation to come visit our parent company, to visit our chairman, Mr. Miyahara, and Toro, our vice chairman, that just shows a lot of your commitment to us and further investment back to Markham and Canada. They've very much enjoyed the relationship. We've been here for 45 years.
So Waynes has certainly had a footprint that has evolved over the years. It's seen actually right across Markham now from your original location at Woodbine and Steeles. What's the next phase for Waynes in the city of Markham?
So it's time to get a headquarter campus. We've got about 700 employees that work in our Markham area dealerships. Parking, as you know, is a problem as well, so we're developing a 550-car parking garage as well as a headquarter office that'll have state-of-the-art training. Getting people trained is one of the most important things to do when we're trying to serve customers on the retail side. It'll have a state-of-the-art showroom, more future retailing based for what consumers are looking for today, so it'll kind of be our beta for what we're going to do across the board. And we'll continue to invest in all of our other dealerships just to make that consumer guest experience much better.
Now, I don't want to give too much away, but really Waynes, Canada, is part of a special group of companies that we have here in Markham. It's just not about the success that you've had, but Waynes stands out in giving back to the community. And I want to personally thank you on behalf of council and our community for the commitment that you've made to so many great causes in our community.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. I think our founder started it, and Dave Lalonde, our late leader, who passed away not too long ago, was a big part of giving back to the community and taught so many of us about that, and you can count on us for going forward.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We look forward to what Waynes has in store, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you
Amin
very much.
Tijani, thank you. Great support. So Waynes does drive innovation while enriching our community, and I say thank you for all that you do. Innovation is fueled by talent, And talent requires a great place to live and work. And that's exactly what we're creating in Markham Center. It will eventually be home to 40,000 people and an additional 40,000 people who will work there. Markham Center is already home to the Spirit of Canada Carousel, the new luxurious Marriott Hotel, Aviva Insurance, Under Armour, the Markham Pan Am Center, Yamaha, and of course, the future home of York University. Driving the vibe and the vision, please welcome from Remington, Mr. Chris Brady. Chris, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you for being here, and I want to say, and those were just some brief images. I consider Remington and what they're doing in Markham Center to truly be inspirational. And when you take a look at the plans that we approved back in the late 80s, early 90s, I have to say, as much as we pushed the development industry, I never thought the developers in Markham Center would respond with the caliber that you have. What motivates that? Because it's been quite an amazing story.
Well, you're absolutely right. It does go back to the vision of at that time, the town of Markham, seeing the future of what could be, where nobody else had really seen that kind of vision. And so that's inspiring in its own right. But then for us to take credit really wouldn't be totally appropriate, because it is a team effort. So it's a team effort from working with the municipality, working with the builders, working with the planners. And really from Remington's standpoint, it's always been about quality. So quality for us is first and foremost. And you know, quality is not an accident. It's not an accident that you're creating a beautiful downtown. Quality is a result of intelligent effort. And so really it's credit to Markham for having the vision to see that, and Remington just trying to deliver and carry through with some of the ideas that we had at the very beginning, whether it be pedestrian friendly, whether it be high-tech office, live, work, play, everything in one really comprehensive center. And to be completely candid, as I go across every municipality around the world, Markham is the apple of everyone's eye for what you're doing in your downtown, and you're to be commended as well as all the council. So it's very fantastic project, and if you haven't seen it, you should certainly get out to see it.
Well, I have to say, and I have to give where credit is due. Yes, we planned the roads. Yes, we planned sort of with the Rouge River being in the middle of Markham Center, how that would be integrated. We never planned for a multi-million-dollar carousel that Remington came forward with. This is a spectacular carousel, but it's not just about the carousel. You truly have embodied arts and culture in almost every aspect of Markham Center.
Well, that is true, because when we're trying to create communities, it's important that community be representative of the people within that community, and art is very much a huge barometer in terms of that. And so it helps improve life, improve the way you live, and it helps you interact with the community itself. So when we focused on growing the community, art was always a big concept, and so we've imbued the entire project with art through and through. And so with the opening of the Marriott Hotel, for example, I bought an archive of New York Times photos from the last 100 years of Canadian cities and events and people that had happened over the last. And so now, because Canadian history is very important to us, and I know it's important to the City of Markham, we try to include a lot of those elements. So when you walk through the hotel, you'll see images of the history of Canada and how Canada's grown, and hopefully it's indicative of knowing where you come from, helps you to show where you're going in the future, and I think Markham's a great example of that.
With each new phase, people continue to be impressed. Very quickly, tell us about what's about to come right next door to the Marriott Hotel. This is an exciting phase that's coming next.
Well, there'll be a very large multi-use building coming next with condominiums and retail, and it's over 250,000 feet with a center and a bit of a quad, because you know, quality is important to us, as I said, and so you have to focus on the sites and how you design the buildings to fit within those sites, because everyone's unique. And this will be a very unique building with a beautiful courtyard, microclimate within it that will really be a gorgeous event space. And I can see us having some July 1st holiday.
Well, maybe the Board of Trade luncheon will be held in that marketplace. I don't know. It'll be quite a spectacular space. Chris, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. I want you to stay on stage, because another great anchor for Markham Centre is the brand new York University, which will continue to add to the vibe in Markham Centre. And I'm really pleased to have here today Rhonda Lenton, the President and Vice Chancellor of York University. How are you, Rhonda? Thank you very much. So welcome. Thank you for being here. And we've just talked about all the spectacular buildings that Remington is putting forward. Tell us about York University, because again, I'll tell you, we were thrilled when the announcement was made that you chose the City of Markham to be the place to build your new campus, but I never imagined what we would see in the building. So describe this new wonderful campus in Markham.
Well, you know, Mayor, everything that York University does is informed by 4 pillars: access, connectedness, excellence, and impact. And that is exactly informing this new building that's going up. It's very important that the building is open, that it is easily accessible, that it's an iconic building that is going to actually contribute and hold its own with all this other development that's going on in Markham. But the building also has to anticipate what is happening with higher education needs for the next, 50 years. And what we've really seen is the importance of not only supporting the research and innovation arm of the university, but we also have to anticipate what's happening with learning. Learning is becoming much more based on partnership. Campuses are more permeable. We want our students to have experiential education opportunities, which means the classrooms need to be flipped classroom. They have to support technology. So this is going to be a beautiful building that is going to contribute to a 21st century, to an urban setting, a beautiful building to hold its own in Markham.
Well, I would say it's holding its own. This is going to be, as you saw in the images, an iconic building. As you come up along Enterprise and you rise up to Rivas, you'll see this. It's going to be just west of the Markham Pan Am Center, and I think an amazing addition to our community. So we see what it looks like on the outside. What's going to be happening on the inside? What will be the programs offered there?
This goes back a little bit to what I was saying about anticipating what is happening in the future. And we know that 2/3 of all emerging jobs are going to require higher education. We know that about 50% of all labor force is going to be impacted by automation. It's hugely being impacted by globalization. So we were very careful to make sure when we were approaching the programs for this campus of let's go and talk to the community. Let's see what the labor market needs are for the entire York region, obviously including Markham, and design programs that are actually going to meet those needs. So the programs have a very strong entrepreneurship component. They have a very strong technology component. We want to make sure that the students graduating are globally educated citizens that are going to have all the science, technology, digital skills, as well as the really important human skills that are so necessary. So it includes medical biotechnology, finance, a really interesting Verge program, visualization with entertainment and gaming, Justice Administration. Like, we really wanted to look at what are the emerging needs and what were the opportunities for us to partner. Many of you in the room, we are already partnering with in terms of thinking about the curriculum for these programs. And it's also a great opportunity to us to advance and leverage our partnership with Seneca to support student mobility. Seneca will be offering some programs to encourage pathways between colleges and universities. So that's just a bit of a teaser. Undergrad and graduate programming.
So a great teaser.
I think I need to go back to school, Mr. Mayor.
Just keep doing what you're doing, Chris, because we love what you're doing. But there were many reasons that York came to Markham, and certainly one of those main reasons was because of the business community that is here. How can the business community get involved with York?
You know, we really know that innovation, if you're thinking about building smart, sustainable, inclusive cities, innovation is key. And innovation requires that we think about knowledge mobilization, we think about entrepreneurship, we think about the crucial partnerships, and we also think about talent acquisition. And bringing that together will ensure that we have the type of technological, scientific, creative, and social innovation that is going to be so important to Markham, to York region. We're already working, just for an example, in terms of the curriculum, we've got huge partnerships. We're building a sector cluster network around each program, that it will have partnerships with both private and nonprofit sectors to be thinking about what are the needs to be creating experiential education opportunities, work integrated learning opportunities for our students, which are going to be really key. We're already very excited. We couldn't wait for the Markham campus to open. We created Y Space, which is just 10 minutes from the campus, which is an extension of our Innovation York network. We're already inviting companies to come in, making connections between companies and our faculty and our students. But it's not only about the startups that we're trying to accelerate to drive innovation in Markham. It's also about how we think about ensuring that Markham, York Region, Ontario is going to have the talent that it is going to need as we move out to the future. So talking to all of you, really identifying that talent, developing the programs, and also then in that innovation space, bringing companies, small, medium, and large together so that we can talk together about how can we actually drive the kind of talent that is going to be needed to ensure that all your goals for Markham are realized, Mayor.
Well, that's a clear call for action to the business community, and I do invite you to spend some time with Rhonda, reach out to the York University team. I think our success in large part has been because of the partnership and the collaboration that we've had. I want to say thank you to David Agnew, the president of Seneca College, because truly that partnership with Seneca was why we again landed this new campus for York in Markham. And I can't wait till we not only break the ground, build that beautiful building, but open the doors in 2021. Thank you to Rhonda. Thank you to Chris. Thank you for everything you're doing in Markham. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr.
Always great to have them here, and we are really excited about what's coming next in Markham Center. Innovation is serious business, as you've just heard. Innovation is entrepreneurial. The City of Markham, your government, your council, your staff, we're all entrepreneurial. We were the first municipality to offer textile recycling. We were the first municipality to offer internet voting. With more than 80 online services, Markham is quickly moving to that digital world. Innovation drives fiscal success, and I'm very proud to say that we continue to have the lowest industrial commercial taxes in all of the Greater Toronto Area. We have robust reserves. We are a fiscal success. We're making sure that we can repair and replace our city's assets for the next 25 25 years. That's unheard of in the municipal world. All of our liabilities, the bankers will be happy about this one, all of our liabilities are funded in the City of Markham, and we are also debt-free. You know what? Ron MacLean had it right. We are a city of champions. Champions who are making us a winning community.
Holy mackerel, look at the circle of champions that have been in Markham for 40+ years. NDA. Behind every telecom, there's a good analytic company. Since 1983, Markham Company, NDA, has specialized in quoting and sales automation for the telecom industry. Wayne's Canada. Kanji Miyahara started his first North American dealership right here in Markham. Don Valley North Toyota opened its doors in 1973. Miller. For the past 100 years, the Miller Group has been a major force in North America road construction, waste management, and transit. Miller has been in Markham for over 50 years and is recognized as one of Canada's best managed companies. Ranka Enterprises. Ranka thrives in the highly competitive fashion industry. Why? It's their quality, reasonable price points, and on-time delivery. Available at The Bay, JCPenney, Walmart, and Canadian Tire. POI Interiors. In the 60-year club, POI, a leader in providing exceptional working environments, furniture, and related services to offices across Canada. IBM Canada. Who doesn't know IBM, Markham's largest employer? Big Blue has been leading the Markham Innovation Team since 1982. TD Bank. TD Financial Group of Companies, our second largest employer, has been a valued contributor to community life for over 40 years. Gordie Howe Bridge, another all-star in Parsons Planning and Engineering. At our busiest U.S. border crossing, they'll oversee the design and construction of the Gordie Howe International Bridge. Markham's Circle of Champions is second to none. When Canada needs to choose the best, their #1 draft pick is from Markham.
Congratulations to all of our champions in the City of Markham. Now, our very own Markham Thunder, professional women's hockey team, went on to win 8 games in a row and went on to capture the Clarkson Cup. Olympian Laura Stacey's overtime goal personified the grit, focus, stamina, courage, and leadership we find in our best innovators. Innovators know that the game can change in a moment. We live in an age of disruption, and one thing is absolutely clear. Our employers' needs are changing. Change is hard to predict. Change means new ways of developing talent. Employers in our community need access to talent in order to thrive, to disrupt themselves, to confront challenges, to drive innovation. In a world of rapidly changing labor markets and a digital economy, at the heart of my agenda is the vision to make Markham a magnet for global talent by creating a new talent hub with the private sector, the Center for International Talent. The center will be a physical space where talent is nurtured by creating hands-on, collaborative learning opportunities, where industry can connect with leaders to develop innovative solutions, where employers study the impact of disruptive technologies, where industry provides training opportunities for new and emerging technologies. By embracing disruption, we will win in a new global economy. The Center for International Talent is an exciting opportunity, unleashing a world of endless possibilities. Talent drives innovation. Markham drives innovation. The center of international talent, it's our overtime goal.
Puck stays in and bounces. And now here it is, Nicole Costa. Overside, takes a shot and scores! Morris Stacey with the overtime winner for Markham.
Congratulations, Markham Thunder. So in sport, in business, we're a winning community. Markham drives innovation. We all are racing towards the future. And you are going to hear and feel more Markham Thunder. Thank you very much. Welcome to Markham Thunder. How are you? Thank you very much. Just come up on stage here. How are you? Good to see you. And you got the cup. Come on right up here. Come on right up. Very good. I love that. Thank you very much. And you can come, why don't you come on to the side and you can say hi to some of the folks. Thank you. Big hand to our champions. Thank you.